Here we go, Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, best of 7 for the right to play for the Andre Cup. The top 2 seeds in the Eastern Conference in the regular season meet. Harold Ramsey and the Ontario Redcoats, fresh off their first round bye, face Lezine, the Quebec Nordiques, coming off of a victory in Game 5 over the Rochester Union, which Lezine had a shutout. Can he do the same today? Second year in a row, Quebec and Ontario meet. Right to the conference title on the line. Joseph buried the first rush, and that shot goes into the glove of Lezine and a whistle. The conference finals began with a bang yesterday. Seattle with 3 unanswered goals in the third period. A 3-2 victory. Emeralds lead that series. Fresh off their bye, can the Redcoats do the same? Here's Meach's shot. That one's blocked down. Maisonneuve gets it and played it across for Ian Wild. Wild brings it up over the blue line for Quebec, takes it to the corner, had to play that one around behind. And getting after it is Whitfield, intercepted by Christensen, down low back for Wild. Played on for Maisonneuve. Here's Bufflin at the point. He had some space, didn't take the shot. Bufflin back to the slot, Wild. Trying to center. Izzard picked it off, and now brought ahead by Colton Parayko. Parayko over the blue line, in the corner, trying to center, couldn't quite. Now back to the point. Drive! And that one is blockered away by Lezine. Christian Kehoe for Ian Wild. Now back to Kehoe for a shot. Now it ricocheted awkwardly and had to be punched over the net by Ramsey. And a penalty is called. And the first power play of the series will go to the Quebec Nordiques as Joseph Barry takes a seat in the box. He hooked Wild after that awkward bounce off of Ramsey's glove. So the visitors get the first chance in the power play. Less than 5 minutes into the first period. Maisonneuve with a wrister, and that one stopped. Unable to rebound. Wild with one, and that was blocked by Jonas Dirksen. And the Redcoats will clear. Packed to capacity crowd here at Tim Hortons Arena. Some Nordiques fans made the journey, but obviously they're mostly decked in red. Here's Fontaine. Wild scores! Power play goal for the Nordiques. Ian Wild scores the first goal of the series. 1-0, Quebec. Fontaine and Frank get the assists on the goal. That comes on the power play. As Wild had 3 Redcoats surrounding him. What a pass by Maurice Fontaine. Because Wild was through the defense, but only barely. That pass had to be perfect, and it was. And Fontaine just threaded the needle and was able to get it through to Wild, and he puts it home. Just the start the visitors were looking for. Here's Ray with one, and that blocked off a defenseman. Of course, Quebec has momentum off a 5-game series win. Redcoats haven't played in almost 2 weeks. Here's Kehoe back to the point. Wild again. Christensen's back range of Kehoe scores! Kehoe! And it's 2-0 in the blink of an eye. The man who scored the only goal in the Game 5 victory against Rochester has buried another. And the first line of the Nordiques strikes again. This time Christensen with the pass across, and the little pump fake and the snapper from the captain, Kehoe. And it's a 2-0 lead. Redcoats look a little rattled here early on. They were the best team in the league in the regular season. They have home ice for the whole playoffs, but not a great start in their pursuit of a cup. James Riley centers, kicked on goal, and will have to be covered in the blue paint by Lezine. 12:04 to go, first period. The Nordiques up 2-0 in Game 1. There's Desjardins with a hit. Matthew Kasparot's going up against Lars Eller on this faceoff. Eller wins it back. Here's a shot, and Lezine made the save. Big hit by Howe. Howe's spinning on it now. Dropped it back for Parayko. Eller trying to get the shot through, could not. Here's Mats Nylander. Brings it over the blue line, finds Frank, pump fake there, shoots one, sick to the corner by Harold Ramsey. John Kittle sent that one down. This is Edward Howe forward. Into the corner he goes. Howe knocked off the puck by Lucien Desjardins. And Desjardins with a burst of speed will chip and chase. Nylander was the one pursuing. Here come the Redcoats. Kittle with one, and that may have ricocheted off Lazine, but it went wide. Howe with another shot, and it caught Lazine pie. Now we have a whistle. Kavanaugh got that one through for Victor Maltby, sent across for Marois. Marois in the corner, drop back for Scandella, drive save, rebound there for Maltby, and Ramsey had to say no on that one. Good chance there, Victor Maltby at the side of the net, trying to make it 3-0. It's Barry who hit Maltby right after he got the shot off. You can see the bad blood between these rivals. Meach back for Zaitsev. And Meach gets it back. He'll bring it in over the blue line, sent across. That pass is intercepted. And taken out now by Marco Scandella. Here's Maltby, intercepted by Meach. He'll bring it forward. Bobby Meach, a drop back for Dirksen, sent across for Whitfield, back for Meach, still no shot. Dirksen at the blue line. As Bobby Meach, still on it, takes to the corner, out in front for Jared Whitfield. Whitfield in the corner for Izzard. Izzard, and held in brilliantly there by Dirksen. Izzard trying to slip by. A shot by Whitfield is gloved down by Lazine. Leading scorer in the entire league last year, and I think this season Whitfield was still the leading scorer for the team. He is a weapon of mass destruction if used properly. Darnay to the left for Daniel Giroux. Giroux still on it. In the corner now. Try to bank it for an awkward bounce, and it's right in the crease, and Ramsey has to cover it. He nearly kicked it into his own net. Things definitely looking a little shaky at the back for the Redcoats. That might just be rust. That's the one disadvantage of being the first round bye, is that first game back, you might be a little rusty. Nordiques have this lead. This is a big opportunity for them to take control of the series. They can hang on here. Because, yes, Redcoats are more rested, but they're also more rusty. Here's Charles Hudon, drop back for Maisonneuve, and Giroux on it now. A drive! Had to be shrugged away by Ramsey. Going for the rebound, Hudon, but Dirksen got it away for Zach Hyman. He got plastered behind the play. Gabriel Ray across, Anderson McDonald, a shot! And into the glove of Lazine, and a cover. Puck bounce and goes behind the net off the face-off. Bufflin gets plastered, chasing it behind Clemenson, has support in front, but he's immediately closed off, but he's able to slip by. Clemenson tried to get a shot off, but it was blocked by a stick of Wild. Final 6 seconds, Kehoe across, Wild, a shot, and a save made by Ramsey. Still on it, Kehoe. Wild for Kehoe. Gonna try to take one in the front, but he didn't have enough time. 1 period in the books in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. It's Quebec, up by 2.
Time to support those around us.
Redcoats pretty well stifled in the first. What does the second hold? Here is Maisonneuve. Across for Dustin Bufflin, picked off. Jerry Whitfield. Dumping. Here's Bufflin. Send for Christensen and now Kehoe. Maisonneuve forward. Ian Wild brings it in over the blue line. Has stop. Has Christensen! And the stop by Ramsey and Barry there to sweep away the rebound. Brought ahead now by Bobby Meach. He's in the corner. Meach out to the front. Falls way back to the point for Whitfield. Playing catch with Barry. Meach's shot and the glove save by Lazine. He had 2 shutouts in the 5-game series win over Rochester. Game 1 and 5, bookending the series. 1 period down, 2 to go for him to get that 3rd shutout of the postseason. Lazine has been on it when it matters most here in the Andre Cup playoffs, as Maisonneuve sends back for Frank, a shot through traffic deflected. Kasparowicz in the corner, out for Frank. Kasparowicz through, and is stopped by Ramsey. I'm glad I don't have to say first names anymore. It's just one Kasparowicz brother left, that being Matthew. He ties him up. Here's Frank off the draw save. Oh, and a stop, and it's poked in on the rebound. Matthew Kasparowicz has made it 3-0 after Ramsey made a great save on the first shot. He was way out of position, and the puck poked home by the younger Kasparowicz brother to make it 3-0. Crazy sequence, and the Nordiques fans that made the trip are loving it. Frank first shot. Yeah, Ramsey tried to stand up to reset himself, but in doing so, he opened up the 5-hole, and all Kasparowicz had to do was tap it in. 3-0. The Nordiques in total command here. Desjardins dropped back for Fontaine, and now Desjardins again. Played on. Popped for Anderson, McDonald across, intercepted by Clarence Frank. He'll bring it in. He's got Nylander going with him. Frank knocked off by Berglund, and the puck falls for Hyman. Ray having to slice his way by. That's taken away by, and a breakaway here. Victor Maltby off the bench. Maltby and shooting, glove, save, Ramsey. Remember that stop. If the Redcoats can rally here. What a pass, and the breakaway rush for Victor Maltby. And Ramsey had to say no. Keep it at 3. Whitfield is shot. Score! All those great saves by Lazine, and he lets up a softie here. Whitfield is shot. Looks like Lazine's going to get it with a blocker, but he whiffs on it, and it pops slowly over his shoulder and into the top corner of the net. It looks like it just got his blocker. Lazine a little late on the reflex there, and the Redcoats are on the board. Let's go, Redcoats! The lead is now 2. Holt across for Maltby with 1, and Ramsey says no and gets a whistle. Meach and Holt in the tie. Maltby right off the face-off save. Trying to get a rebound through was Marois, but he fanned down it at the side of the net. Ramsey hasn't really been able to hang on the pucks today. Looks a little off as Meach couldn't quite bust his way through. He got hit off. It's Desjardins. That ricocheted off sticks and fell for Holt. Here's Marois. Back for Holt. Drive! And that one is blocked down by Barry. This one brought back out by Jerry Whitfield. Sent down low for Meach. He shoots, and that one hit a stick. Held in by Parayko. Playing catch with Whitfield. Parayko had to spin that one in the corner. Whitfield behind. Holt had to take it away from him. Here's Kehoe. He's got 1 of the 3 Quebec goals. Matthew Maisonneuve, 3 and Wild. Wild through. Maisonneuve a shot, and that one knocked down. And nearly a break. A trip. How able to draw a penalty. Delay penalty against Nordiques. Touch up. It's called. First power play of the game for the Redcoats. Bufflin is penalized. Mascot beating the drum, trying to get the fans in it here. Team could use them. First power play, but it's cleared by Fontaine off the glass. Parayko picks it up. They'll try to set up again. Here's Berglund over the blue line. Berglund had to stop up, trying to take it to the slot, and Wild is tripped, and the power play is immediately over. So the power play comes to an end as Wild is tripped up, and Bobby Meach will take a seat in the box. So we'll be 4-on-4 for the next minute 27. Shots 8-2 in this period in favor of the Nordiques as Maisonette had that one sticked away. Send across for Berglund. Berglund over the blue line, still on it. Berglund has to spin, lay down low, and that shot blocked in front and came off of James Riley. Big hit delivered by Rene Turgeon. Here comes Frank. He's stood up by Berglund. Off the bench comes Kavanaugh. Fontaine for Frank. Redcoats disorganized here. Frank's shot had to be sticked behind the net by Ramsey. As here's Izzard. Cross ice for Gabriel Ray. He brings it in over the blue line. Ray had to stop up. Played it on for Riley. Still on there. Berglund wrister wide of the net. Oh, loose. And Lazine had to make a stop. Second time in these playoffs I've confused Lazine with the other goaltender. Frank drop back. Here's a shot deflected around Frank. Oh, he nearly had an open net to hit with a backhand. So we have a short 20-second power play here for the Nordiques. Mats Nylander had a drop back for Matt Kavanaugh. Big hit, and that'll finish off a rather simple kill for the Redcoats, but Kavanaugh had to try to keep it in. Fell for Izzard. Could be 2-on-1. Nordiques get back as Meach heads to the bench. Izzard. Behind that, out in front! Adler couldn't put it home. Here's Ola Christensen, 4:20 to go. Second period, 3-1 Nordiques. Game 1 Eastern Conference Finals, best of 7 series. First round, best of 5. Now we go to the traditional way. Best of 7 for the conference finals and the finals. As Christensen had to try to bank that one. Here's Mats Nylander behind the net. Shoots one. And taken away by Barry. Over the blue line, here is Kittle. Shooting. Save made by Lazine. 2:02 left on the clock. Izzard there at that, looks like kind of a high hit on Kavanaugh. Do not go penalized. One back to Zaitsev. Here's Clemenson. Turgeon in the corner, back for Clemenson. Zaitsev across for Dirksen. Shoots one, and that one through traffic and into the clutches of Lazine. Face-off win by the Redcoats. Zaitsev for Clemenson. Lazine said no there. Turgeon behind that pin by Maisonette. That puck was kicked free. Here's David Desharnais bringing it over the red line. He'll dump it in, trying to run out the clock here in the second period. Turgeon. Cross ice for Fox. One more chance. Pass intercepted by Desharnais and clear. 2 down, 1 to go. The score, Quebec 3, Ontario 1 from Mississauga. We'll be right back.
Look for our food donation boxes located throughout the...
One period to go, at least. It will be the final period unless the Redcoats can score 2 goals and not allow any. Here's Kehoe dropping it back. We begin the third hit along the boards. Parayko for Whitfield. Here's Meach. Space for Parayko, charging up, and it hit the stick of Lazine and went wide. Meach behind the net, trying to get a wrap around here. Bang it through! Score! Jared Whitfield! With how Lazine was playing, you could tell it looked like they were going to need a greasy goal. They got one there. Meach out in front, trying to get the wraparound. Puck takes the bounce off of Lazine's pads that was required, and the rebound hacked in by Whitfield. He was able to elevate it. Lazine got across in time with the pad, but Whitfield able to elevate it on his backhand and get it home. Just 1 minute and 32 seconds into the third period. Whitfield for Meach and Parayko, and all of a sudden, we have a 1-goal hockey game here. And Whitfield again, and that one-timer was blocked. Redcoats with some swagger. Now here comes Meach in the front of that. Drop back to the point for Parayko, no shot. Izzard hanging on. He's creamed by Bufflin, and Wild comes in for the puck. Ahead from Kehoe, dumped in. On that, taken up by Wild. Couldn't quite put it home. They shit off the outside of the post. Maurice Fontaine up for Kehoe. Christensen, Fontaine, no shot yet. Playing catch with Desjardins. Cross. Desjardins. Drive. Save made by Ramsey. Here's that Bufflin hit. That shut down an offensive zone sequence. Kasprowitz and Ray. Desjardins dropping back. Frank with one. It's a flex to the corner. A shot by Kasprowitz is sealed up by Ramsey. Ray and Kasprowitz on the draw. Offensive zone for Quebec. Trying to extend on their 1-goal lead. Third period of game 1. Here's Desjardins playing catch. The Fontaine. Again, Kasprowitz missing that. He's already got 1 goal in the game. Out in front, picked off by Gabriel Ray. McDonald, bank pass. Hyman able to slip by. Here they come. Zach Hyman stopping up. Spinning on it. Hyman waiting. Down low, trying to find McDonald. Couldn't quite get to him. Desjardins jumped the line. Here's Frank. Space at the middle. Goes to the flank. Waits for reinforcements. Frank will dump it behind for Matthew Kasprowitz, but it's intercepted by James Riley. 12:10 to go. Third period. Redcoats need 1. Berglund. Still on it. Having to spin away there. And he'll dump it into the blue line. Behind, taken up by Fontaine and now Maltby. Cross for Holt. Back for Maltby over the blue line. Victor Maltby still on. Out for Holt. No shot there. Justin Holt still on. Bounced around and a Redcoat player was tripped. Going to be an Ontario power play. Delay call here, 2-on-1. Kittle waiting, shooting, and getting a piece of it was Lazine. Side of the net there. Is Kittle's going to pick it up. They still have the extra attacker on now. Empty net. Here comes Berglund. And that's going to be touched up by Maltby. And the power play will begin. Maltby for a trip. Honestly, it looked like Howe just came flying in. He may have sold that a bit. So Meach and Kasprowitz on the draw. Redcoats 0 for 1. They did not get a shot on goal in the other power play as Barry lets one go. And I think that counts as a shot on goal. Save and cover by Lazine. Meach back, one-timer, blocked by Ian Wild, and he'll send it down the length of the ice. Barry. Meach. Down low, here comes McDonald. Laid it back, and held in by Barry. Barry's still on. Drop back for Bobby Meach. On for Riley. Here's Turgeon. Turgeon trying to go to the slot, and that one is gloved down. Looked like he nearly swatted away, but he held on to it. 1 minute left on the power play. Redcoats looking stronger on the man advantage now than they did last time. 7:46 to go in the third period. 3-2, Quebec leads. What was that? That was a wicked fast clear from Fontaine. Redcoats will get right back forward. Here's Bobby Meach on it. Across for Riley, a shot. Couldn't quite get it by Fontaine. And he'll clear it all the way down the length of the ice at a much more realistic pace this time. Barry. Another penalty coming up. Here's Bobby Meach. Drop back Riley. Fell for Parayko and he put it wide. A second power play in quick succession right after the Nordiques killed off the first. This time it's Bufflin into the box. I don't know why Christensen's still in there. It should be... The other penalty should have been killed off by now. 2 shots in that last power play. Whitfield with one, glove down, and nearly turned over. Held in there by Berglund. It was turned over. Wild picks it off, and Kasprowitz cleared. So yeah, it's not 5-on-3. It's 5-on-4 for a minute 30 more. Whitfield, down low. Here's Berglund. Another chance for it. Goes down for Parayko. Backhander. Great save by Lazine. Izzard going to send that back for Whitfield. Still on it. Whitfield has to spin. Back for Berglund. Playing catch. Berglund drive. And that one can't be clear out of the zone. And here's Pareko with one, and that hit Marco Scandella from that. Whitfield still on it, trying to jam it in the side, but he could not. Masonev through, and the puck is clear. Redcoats with several great looks right there on that rush. Still have time for at least one more on this power play. Dump behind, Masonev gets it under pressure from Izzer, try to bank it from behind the net, and cleared as far as center for Berglund. Out of the box comes Bufflin, penalty over. Redcoats come back forward, though. Here's Ray, stepping by in front. Izzer trying to cream that backhand. Lazine stopped him. 3:48 left in the third. Game 1, Eastern Conference Finals. Quebec with a 3-2 lead in the game over the Ontario Redcoats. Trying to seize home ice advantage in the series and take a 1-0 lead in said series. 3 more wins after that will get them to the Andre Cup Finals. Here's Barry, a wrister save. Still on it, Whitfield. Redcoats all over the Nordiques this period. Shot, save again by Lazine, and Izard forces a cover. You gotta feel with all this pressure, it might be only a matter of time before they get one in. At least. They have the Nordiques on their heels right now. Tie up. Goes behind the net. Holt will bank that one on for Desjardins. Big hit. And now a penalty coming up against the Redcoats. That could be a killer. Fontaine shot. That one goes out of play. There's going to be a power play for the rest of regulation for the Nordiques. McDonald takes what could be a back-breaking penalty for Ontario. Charging. A penalty that he really didn't need to take. Dirksen off the draw, Barry, Clemenson. I don't know if you want to really play the time-wasting game. You need 1 goal to tie. They need a shorty. That one's going to go all the way back, chasing after. There's a Redcoat, but he had to peel away. Maltby. Gets hit off by Dirksen Clemenson. Into the bench with 59 seconds to go. Dirksen with a big plastering hit there. Set back for Pareko, taken by Frank behind the net, and Kasper's drop back for Bufflin. Back for Bufflin. Here's Kehoe, Bufflin. Wild, Kehoe. Shoots in traffic. Rebound goes wide from Frank, and Ramsey has to cover. Redcoats got to get people forward, don't they? They got to win a face-off. Get Ramsey the bench, go 5-on-5, see what they can do. Fontaine drives, stopped by Ramsey, but again, they're just going to clear. Wasting opportunities to tie the game. Here's Clarence Frank. Trying to get it through Turgeon on it. He won't clear. They're going to have to go forward now. Empty net. Here's Turgeon. How for how? And picked off by Masonev. It looked like that was a golden chance. Here's Fontaine. Empty net for Matthew Kasperowitz. Over the top of it. Redcoats will have 1 final opportunity. Turgeon sends it down. Fontaine picks it up. At center. 8 seconds. Picked off Masonev. And that will do it. (4-2) Nordiques. And then the empty net goal for Mathieu Masonev. His 2nd goal of the playoffs. Masonev puts that home. And the Quebec Nordiques will take a 1-0 series lead in the Eastern Conference Championship bout. Riley with one last chance, couldn't quite get the shot away, and that is all she wrote for this one. You fight 26 games for home ice advantage, and you can lose it in 60 minutes of play. That's what just happened. Nordiques have that advantage now. They win game number 1, 4-2 over the Redcoats. And they have the advantage in the series. Ontario is going to have to rally in game 2. They do not want to go into Quebec down 2-0. I guess this is a good example of perhaps the disadvantage of the first round bye, in that you're pretty rusty. Even though you're well rested, Nordiques coming off momentum off that series win. And they were able to jump out to an early lead and cling on at the end to return to pressure. What a performance for Oleg Lazim, though. He's not one of the 3 stars, but stopping 22 of 24. Great day for him. For sure, he's been the best goalie in the playoffs. So 3 stars, Maisonneuve, Parayko, Whitfield. Only 1 Nordique on there, even though that's the team that won. Quebec 4, Ontario 2. Final score, Quebec leads the series 1-0. Best of 7. Game number 2 will be on Wednesday. Thank you all for watching. This has been a production of the HHL. Hit like and subscribe, and out.